Hey, it's Dave, and I have a supplemental video for the Optical Illusion coloring page. As we know, our brains can't judge what is true and false, as this word says true, but really also says false. In fact, when you look at the two words in one, Optical Illusion coloring page, you can ask yourself, where does the puppy dog begin or end? Does the elephant have 4 legs or 5 legs? Is that a duck head or a rabbit head, or perhaps both? And of course, there are 2 effects that you can do on here, and I want to talk about the flip you out coin trick. To do flip you out, you would need an odd number of coins. They can be any denomination. And of course, you can't see these half dollars laying on this table, which is why for the supplemental instruction, I have cardboard cutouts that are going to represent either heads or tails of coins. Heads or tails of coins, with a blue H for heads or a red T for tails. So the important thing in performing this trick is to always make sure you have an odd number of coins. In this case, you can see I have 7, and the secret is to always make sure 3 of the coins start with heads up. Now, if you look carefully, you can see I have 4 with heads up. So as the coins are being displayed randomly, just make sure that when you're displaying them, that you only have 3 showing heads up. And this is the mind-reading effect that you can do with someone. You'll ask someone to flip over a coin while you're not watching. So either close your eyes or turn your back, and you'll instruct someone to flip over just 1 coin. And they'll do that. And of course, it could be any one of the odd number of coins here. You'll give them a second instruction to flip over 2 coins. Now, this is optional. You know, they could flip over the same coin or 2 different ones. But let's say they actually picked up the same coin and a different one, and they flipped over 2. And then the final instruction, which is very important, you would ask the individual helping you to flip over 3 different coins. 3 different coins. So again, while you're not watching, the individual would flip over 3 different coins. And you would ask them to place their hand and cover up any one of the coins. So you are unable to tell if it's heads or tails. But here's the secret. All you have to do is look at heads or tails for the remaining coins that are not covered. And you're always thinking mind or head, okay? How many heads do you see? Do you see an odd number or even number of heads? Well, in this case, you see an odd number of heads. And odd is always going to mean the covered coin is a tail, and you could pretend to read their mind and reveal that they indeed have covered a tail. Of course, the opposite would be true if you would have saw an even number of heads, and you would know the coin that they would have been covering would have been then a head.